How's it going, guys? Radiator here, formerly Mad Titan X. I am rebooting this channel. If you're an existing subscriber, you may notice that I haven't uploaded in about a year and a half, and that was due to mostly COVID and the fact that it occupied practically all my mental capacity and time, as I wasn't furloughed. I worked through the whole thing, and like most, it was a bit touch and go, but as that is leveling out slightly, that's left a bit more time. I was able to make a space to be able to make videos more consistently. So we're going to reboot back into the channel, and the first one's going to be an overview of the Watercool MO-RA3 420 Pro radiator. So let's go. Now, the first thing to say about this particular radiator is going off the size of the box. Oh my god, this is huge. So if you are looking at these, I would assume you are overclocking enthusiast, or you just want an external radiator for maximum possible cooling efficiency. I actually own the 360 version of this radiator already, which is massive in itself. And that is a really good radiator. So I wanted one for here, and I really wanted the stainless steel version. I wanted that the first time, but I couldn't find it in the 360. It's available in the UK at the moment on Watercooling UK. I think it retails about 260 UK pounds, and yeah, so you have one of these in stock, stainless steel, 420. But the size, you want to make sure that you have plenty of room for something like this. As you can see, it comes up really nice and packed in the bubble wrap, so this obviously come through with no problems as of yet. So we'll find that together, as I haven't taken this off yet. It does come with some fittings and that in the front of the box here, but I will get more into those. So yeah, let's get it out of the bubble wrap. Well, as you can see, this is flipping awesome looking. It's a bit of artwork in itself, to be honest with you. Yeah, looking really nice. I'm really happy with this already. It's a shame that I've got to put fans all over it, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. But I really wanted these for the space here, just so that I could set up a test bench and have quite an easy yet efficient water cooling solution, as these are really neat because you can literally bolt everything to them. So your pump, reservoir, everything all goes onto the radiator if you want it to. So with some quick disconnects, you can literally plug this into whatever it is you're testing at the time, and you've got really nice cooling capacity. So this will take either 9 140mm fans, or you can use 4 200mm fans. I don't know which way I'm going to go with it yet. I'm most likely going to use 9 fans, although I don't know. I might have to play with it, because if the noise is too much, it'd be really annoying for videos. But you don't need, you'll get better pressure with 9 fans versus the 200s, I would assume. I need to look into it to confirm, but I remember with the 360 that was pretty much the case with that. Yeah, it very much depends on the noise. But with a radiator this size, you do not need massive static pressure, as this will passively cool up to like 200 watts, I think it is. So obviously, yeah, you just you don't need to go too overkill, as it's already as overkill as it can be, but that is what it's all about. So the fittings that we get in the box, they are in the front here, very securely packed away. So this is really nice, because you get all the brackets you need, plus all the screws, and you've got some standoffs in there as well. So, oh, we've got to be careful, because that might be split like mine and you really chuck them everywhere. So yeah, you get all the screws and fixings you need for the fan. So whichever configuration you go, whether you're using the 4 200s or using sort of 9 sort of 140s, or also you can do push-pull 140s, it comes with the right amount of brackets and fixings to do so. So not a lot to say about this radiator. As far as it goes for what's in the box, it pretty much is the radiator, the fixings, and a manual, which obviously free to have a look through that at your own leisure, but it's fairly self-explanatory. So one thing I will touch on is, why would you want a radiator like this, and when would you need a radiator like this? I think for most applications, this radiator this size would be most of the parts unnecessary. If you're doing a lot of overclocking and stuff like that, this is where this becomes quite useful. Obviously, as you've got an ambient beast, do you know what I mean? So it will literally cool just about anything, even with an overclock. So for that use, I would say it's very, well, I know it's a very popular option in the overclocking world, but if you were going to use this for PC at home, yet again, it'd be a case of if you have the space for something with a footprint like this, it looks cool as hell, and obviously it will be a very good cooling solution. And with it being external, obviously you're not recycling hot air from the components, motherboard, GPU, all of that. So it will definitely give you better thermal performance. But like I said, it's just the size which comes down to it. But you know, there is a smaller alternative in this particular series, but still very good. One reason that this can be quite cool is if you were using a case this sort of size and you wanted to water cool it for whatever reason, obviously you could water cool like this with sort of AIOs very easily, but if you want crazy performance, you could literally have such a minimalist build within a case like this, have some quick disconnects come out the back, and then you can have it all go through an external system which will give you great cooling capacity for such a small system. But just to give you an idea on size, so this is an EK 420 mil rad, and I had this in my inward build, which we'll touch on in a moment. So as you can see, dwarfs it, and then just for gigs, 240. Yes, I'm very happy with this. I can't wait to get it going. Like I said, I already kind of know what to expect performance-wise, as the 360 that I've got is great, and that's been, I use that on my test bench at home. I've had 10980XE through that, as well as a 2080 Ti Kingpin, and it handled the thermals really well. Still got nice overclock. Obviously there's other things you can do to maximize that, but I'll leave that for a later video. But yeah, very impressive radiator, and as you can see, this is pretty much what you can expect to see as it comes out of the box. One thing I do really like about these rads as well, while we're on this subject, is the fact that if you look, if we could pull a shot in down here, so I don't know how easy it will be to see, but the core of this radiator is quite small. Now most PC radiators are around this sort of size, the core that is, so not the fins, what goes between the fins. Whereas if you look at the core on this, they are so much bigger, so you can actually achieve still quite a bit of flow rate through these. Good flow rate. Obviously if you stick to one D5 would do it, but if you're going to go down the road of dual D5, plenty of flow. And that was one thing I was worried about initially with mine, but that was not a problem at all. I do use two D5s, but you can get a really, really nice turbulent flow through there. So yeah, it's they're very, very well built and very well thought out, and best of all, they just look flipping cool. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Obviously this is pretty much just a kickstart back into the channel. I've got quite a few more ideas lined up. If you look at my previous video, obviously I had the Inwin 928. That was built and decommissioned during my time away from YouTube, but I'm actually going to be rebuilding that into something quite special and cool, which I will be doing a video on. But we'll be doing lots of bits, overclocking videos, builds, reviews, whatever we can do, whatever we can cover, I will pretty much try to do. So yeah, any further questions about this, obviously leave a message in the comments. If you like the video and you want to see what's coming, please subscribe, as obviously it does help a lot. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.